Okay, the weather's a little sketchy today, but I had plans because this was the 3,000th entry in terms of my video consecutively anyways. And I thought I'd try to do some, stuff that was special in a sense, because I know there's some of you who wanted to see some certain places, and I was kind of wondering what is it that I could do actually. So the first thing I'm going to do is, if you guys remember last year at the end, I asked you a question without any context. I said a boat, a train, or a plane. You said a plane. So I'm going to fly, the tour plane today and get some views. If you guys remember, actually, I wanted to do this before, but it got rained out. So I thought, okay, that kind of makes sense. Let's do that. And yes, if you guys actually said a boat or a train, I would have been doing something else. Doesn't mean I won't be doing it later on potentially, but we'll do it first because that's the answer that I heard. As well, I know a lot of you said you like seeing, for example, various places around here. So I'm thinking, what is it that I could show you that I haven't shown before? One of you mentioned specifically you wanted to see, for example, the Capilano suspension bridge. And so I thought, okay, why not? So that's where I'm going to go next after this plane flight. I'm going to go to the Capilano suspension bridge. Get bro.
Just have any bags ready to pass to me as you know inside. I can do that. Yeah.
You said it's better to watch the mountains.
There's got views on both sides. We're gonna do kind of like a circuit where we'll see pretty much everything from either side. So.
If you need to separate from the inflated device, you can release it using the breakaway on the tether.
he warned us because of the window, it's gonna be bumpy. I didn't expect it to be like that. It was almost like an amusement ride. The only planes I'm used to riding are literally transportation ones to fly you, and they're usually just completely smooth when you fly. Well, I think I got some good captures anyways. On to the next thing. For the heck of it, I guess I'll take the shuttle over there and just some, I guess, key points about that suspension bridge, since again, some of you were interested in it. It's basically about 140 meters long. It's 70 meters above the Capilano River, and it is in North Vancouver. I actually have captured a lot of drone footage further up around Grouse Mountain. I've actually never done it from that specific area anyways, in terms of the bridge and all that. I'll have to do it from the outside in terms of the drone view. It's usually open all year round, except during, for example, the Christmas Day. And as mentioned, there are times where there are different themes around the area. For example, as I mentioned, like that canyon light, for example. So maybe I'll go back during those times, because again, if you're a local resident and you buy like a ticket just for one day, you technically have an annual pass to keep going back. Otherwise, you'd have to pay, for example, let's say if you're a tourist, like over $50, for example, just to get in.
Sometimes they get inside the park. Doesn't happen too often though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we get blackbirds. Yeah, we don't have the dangerous grizzly.
Yeah, it's very dangerous.
reminds me of when I went to that park over there. You guys remember when I went there to film the drone and so forth for that gold show? Okay, I was just thinking too if there's any thoughts for the day as well. 3,000 videos, huh? And not just 3,000, non-stop every single day. Funny enough, again, when I did this initially, it was just me wanting to just share some, I guess, stuff in general. For example, practicing flying the drone just to see how well someone could actually become proficient in it with just trying it every single day. But then, as you know, over the top regulations and stuff came out, and then one thing led to another, huh? And at the same time, with just creating stuff, it's been, I guess, kind of incredible just to hear how things have benefited people. I mean, one of them, it still kind of shocks me actually, just with like regular footage of like just say wildlife and so forth. Someone said they actually used some of my clips to save the life of like another duckling and so forth. That's kind of crazy. Like for me, it's just capturing it. Hopefully it brings joy to people and so forth. I'm still amazed of all the people that are still here after all this time. Wow, it's been a while, huh? And again, just in terms of like today, because you guys said, for example, plane, I took the plane, doesn't mean other things won't happen. And funny enough, with that in mind, I just got a message today actually with someone wanting me to potentially do something. I was like, hey, too bad they didn't actually tell me today or for this day actually. It would have worked out actually better. But maybe I'll do that too. But in general, who knows what's next, huh? Always crazy news and so forth, but at the same time, you have to have the balance, huh? Some of you even mentioned too, after reading or hearing all the horrible news or whatever it may be, then afterwards you can just kind of relax your mind. Just look at all the animals and so forth. And it makes me think too, because that's kind of artistically what I'm trying to get across as well, have the right balance. Other than that, that about wraps up the day, I believe. Alright, see you guys later.